And then Andrew won. Shocking. Like, that was... What? Andrew won? Like... I mean, I don't want to be mean, but he kind of had, like, at that point, he kind of had the personality of a cardboard box. So I was like, oh no. Well, what is that? What's happening? Like I was not rooting for Andrew. I think at that point it would have just made things a lot easier if he died.
Do we so what's your guys' favorite type of soup?
Yeah.
Do we so what's your guys' favorite type of soup?
I like none of that.
Oh my god!
So yes, I thought I was dead, and then I pop out of this closet, and there's just this whole, and I'm popping out of a present, and it's just this whole thing again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Like, what? I thought I was killed, and now I'm back, and I'm like, what in the world is going on?
So all of a sudden, Abby comes back, and I'm like, thank you, Abby is someone I think that I can probably trust, especially because I'm allied with Joana and Luke. It's like, okay, we have a little bit of a solid ground now already. Alliance, we're part of the new gang.
Abby walks in so nonchalantly, like as if she belongs here. And obviously I'm thrilled because having Abby back just means more numbers to my team, and it just means that, you know, I feel better protected already. And I'm ecstatic to have her back in our group.
I mean, that's not really Christmas Eve.
Oh my god. It's ice.
It's gonna be ice and fire.
Alright, no, ice. Ice and a pop of color. Alright.
Love it. I think it's a little more than just a pop of color though.
They look great. So they tell me that Peris was there, but she already got killed, which is surprising because she ate bugs. So I'm like actually surprised that she died that quickly, but whatever.
I don't want to be him. Heard that much from Andrew.
Why I feel like he's gonna be ready, Brooke. Oh! So nice to see that Brooke didn't come back. She was cut, but guess who came back? We have a lot to catch up on. So I think we need to talk about who sucks and who sucks. I see past gang, present gang, all the gangs, and new people. I'm like, who are you? I don't know who you are. Okay. So
what are we thinking?
Kalani is the new Alexis.
Oh, perfect.
I love that. The only person that wasn't there part of the gang was Alexis, and he didn't really matter. He wasn't even that big of a deal.
Me, Abby, Joana, and Luke are strong four going forward, but then I also have my strong alliance with both Emma and Tris. And so I think I'm pretty well positioned at this point in the game. Yeah, you could I'd say
a jar. Alright, see you then out there.
Immediately I thought about my plans to form an alliance with Joana. I hadn't done that yet. I sort of needed to get on that. But now that was going to be a lot harder with Abby coming back in.
Come over here, bitches. My bad.
It was a lot harder with Abby coming back in because I know that they are... I mean, they immediately formed an alliance because they knew each other.
I have a question. A very important question. Okay. Were you that is not a SWAT?
Okay, I have a legit reason for it. That's because I just thought in my head, I just said eating a rhyme in my head. And I feel like I didn't know I was going to vote for you. I didn't think I was going to vote for you. It was like always a vote. I didn't want my vote to override someone else like Andrew. Because I waste all my votes on Andrew. It's no hate towards you though.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
On Andrew. Or I'll talk about work.
We can go for Luke. Oh, we gotta break their. Yeah. Be careful with my baby.
Talk with his own group, which is like valid, but
I
just
No.
he's like too dangerous.
Show you that.
How dangerous can you really be? You just fucking died last time.
Or Kalani.
I still.
But Kalani can like die if you're going against him.
Well, don't really care who it's out, as long as it's not or Andrew.
That's so cute.
Oh, funny. Oh, okay. Okay, I see how it is.
Well,
I see what the priorities
I
are.
do kind of live with her though.
Yeah.
So late. So a lot of people came after Joana. Like they went after her, and so.
Are you serious? Who? You tell me. I get him.
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn
Wow.
and Andrew like run
Oh, yeah,
all
and
that.
Andrew.
Like they like all.
We hate Andrew. Andrew stole my presents.
Yeah, Andrew like went after her hard in one of the challenges.
Wow.
Exactly. And he
So
still
you said you
lost.
really-
He still lost, so.
And
Oh,
you
he's
won.
And I won. I won immunity. So.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's like our first order of this. We want to get rid of Andrew because so this is my way of thinking. I really think I don't curse out there because Anne is like she's like a dictator in this game. Like she like has people under her wing. Like she like is able to like just bring up these things and then everyone will just follow her. Like she has Andrew and Chance following under her, and so I don't think it's smart necessarily to get rid of her right away, but I think we should knock out the people that are like following her. So that's like Andrew, which we already have other reasons to get rid of too. So I feel like it's smart to go after
Really thing after gang.
Andrew.
Come after gang. You're done. Middle child
So who are
syndrome.
we voting for?
I feel like we should.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the
Like,
person right now because he's.
he would go out for anyone of them.
I know.
They're upstairs.
It actually does sound like that. But I think he needs to keep the most loyal to his own story, to his own team.
Trish.
Which is why
Don't tell
that.
it's Trish.
No, she's technically not. I think he's the most loyal like, to his own team. Like he's not gonna have this out. Especially we should.
They're actually upstairs.
Yes, those three are like a group. I'm definitely like intimidated by them. So we should just break that group up, and then we can make other.
Wait, hold on. Abby, Luke, and Joanna definitely they became a force to reckon with. Like, it messed up my plans for the future a little bit.
They're probably gonna vote for Chance or Andrew.
Yeah, that actually might go for one of you, or well, we also have the majority spoken.
Okay, hear me out. I don't mean you to listen to me, why? But I think out of all of us, Andrew has the best chance to survive. If he goes into that
He did already survive one.
Exactly. So that's my like train of thought. So what if like because they're
You
both
jerking on
the only
walls?
one that's gonna count. We don't have enough people to like try and divide.
You still gonna post
What if we vote Andrew and then Ashlyn? Like there are more chances.
No, I think Ashlyn should definitely come up soon. But I don't know
No,
if we
but
should
she-
do Anne first.
she's completely like unpredictable.
That's true.
But
We literally we were like, okay, like we're gonna vote for this person and then this person. Yeah, I know we agreed. I didn't vote for them. I was like, okay, then why did we agree?
Who?
Ashlyn.
Alright.
The
So
one good thing
Andrew and then
however, I think that she's not as dangerous as the other ones, but because she's so unpredictable and she doesn't follow people's like votes, her votes don't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like they're just one off. Like they don't mean anything.
Yeah, but still Snake.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
It's the principal. So Andrew right now.
That's what I think.
I don't think that Kalani is super loyal to their group. Like I think that he does just.
If Ashlyn was here, she would vote for them.
Then we're
Actually,
Well, I'm gonna go spy on them.
Yeah. Okay. You can do that.
I'll record.
okay, let's go.
They're coming. Tamisha, Emo, okay, let's go here for you.
Alright, let's pop in.
Snakes? Wait.
What are you talking about? I don't see snakes. I don't see snakes. All I see is a beautiful woman.
You guys are the snakes.
Hey, mommy. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me.
My nose is itchy.
Alright, so you guys hate who?
Myself.
We definitely don't hate anyone.
Andrew,
We're just
don't
trying to
ever
make
stop
our
me.
own, and that's a strategy.
Would you like some coffee?
So,
Or you wait till you find out these people are all
Turn up
just
Frank him, John. Frank him, John. Frank him, John.
What's the reason?
I'm sticking with my original.
It'd be quite funny if I cut.
I was stripped down the stairs.
Eat shit and die.
Who would put something in the charging thing?
Yeah, I could tell.
What in the world?
No, that was like.
Is this a real thing? No, wait a minute.
I did.
That's so.
Go, Steve.
As Abby does, she walks in and she finds a slip of paper. I like how did she catch that? She just grabs it, and I'm the only one that saw, apparently.
Jenny, wouldn't believe what I found in the couch. Hold on. The advantage is hidden at the challenge chair. Advantage, be sly.
Which one? There's like 5. It has a little picture of a chair and a little arrow under it, and so we automatically connect the dots, and we have to look for something under these chairs.
Well, let's start getting back to our little clues things again.
What? She was ready.
She was bold. I thought we were voting.
Okay. Does anyone else want to read? I feel like I've read a lot of these.
I can't read.
Here you go, Emma.
One of you must become the mayor of the village. As the mayor, you will have mass power and will be able to accuse 2 players of witchcraft, putting them in danger. To become the mayor, you must win the challenge. In this challenge, 2 people will step up at a time and enter the ring of salt while holding and balancing a figure. Your goal is to knock the opposing player's figure onto the ground. The first person to have their skull hit the ground will lose the challenge and be eliminated from the game. The winner will then choose the next 2 people to play. You can choose any 2 people still in the game, so it is smart to choose people to play that you do not want to win. The last person standing will become the mayor. Interesting.
We get a note and it says that we need to choose the mayor of the town, and that the mayor will be able to decide the 2 people that, you know, get to be voted off to die.
So, I'm thinking going into this, me or Tris needs to win. I'm thinking my rationale behind this is, I think while Emma would be a good choice to win also, I don't know if Emma would actually put Chance up, which we want both Andrew and Chance up, or Andrew and Ann up. I think Emma could put Andrew and Ann up, which would be good, but I definitely don't think she's going to put Chance up. And so, while I think Emma is a good person to win, it's not my ideal scenario. My ideal scenario would be Tris to do it, because while I think I would love to have the power, I would like Tris to get all the blood on her hands. She can do all the dirty work. She can get everyone hating her. She can have Anne's little cult coming after her instead, while I can sit back and just watch the fireworks.
We go outside for the challenge, and there's a bunch of chairs lined up, and we kind of like are looking around, you know, but we can't make it too obvious that we're looking for something under the chairs, especially because like it's so easy, like it's easy to see whether you're looking for something under you. And so we're kind of like just like discreetly, you know, searching under our chairs until we find what we're looking for, which we did, and we found it.
So I see Joanna, I peep it, I'm like, she found this thing that nobody else was supposed to find, and I was like, and it was like the little gym class dots, and I'm thinking like, what is this for? But she's trying to hide it, so she's trying to sit on it and make sure nobody sees it. But obviously, I thought somebody saw it, but we were fine. We kept it under.
And I look over and Abby's saying something to Kalani. She's like, okay, like you can sit here, right? He's like, yeah. And so I'm literally staring at them. They're acting like they're being so fucking sneaky, so cool. And I'm right there. I'm sitting right there. They're like right here. I'm staring. And then Abby gets up and there's like a thing there. I'm like, they really thought that they hit it really well. Like, it was so obvious. I kind of was like, and I was like, girl, like, don't even try. I saw it. I asked him what it was, obviously, because we had an alliance. I was like, he's gonna tell me. And then he was like, I'll tell you later. I was kind of like, what the hell? Like, just tell me right now. I don't care that everyone else is around. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Oh. We both went. Oh my God. Emma. You're going fucking down, bitch. You're going down, bitch. I'll just beat your ass. You're going down. Wait, is that it?
Yeah, so you're eliminated.
Emma. Wait, let me try again.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so Anne, you pick the next two. Wait, Kalani, you pick. What? Oh, are they going again? No.
Oh, bitch,
Pick the next two.
oh, shit.
Okay, so Anne, you pick the next two. Pick the thing.
I pick Ashlyn and Luke. That was very motivated. My bad.
So Anne goes and picks Luke and Ashlyn. I was like, T, because if you know, you know. So that was hilarious that they had to go against each other.
My bad.
So we all know how I feel about Luke. If you don't know, I don't think you want to know. So yeah, when Anne chose me to go up against him, everyone just looked at me, and it was probably some of the awkwardest moments of my life. Not the 2 years with him, just everything else.
Luke and Ashlyn broke up, and it was kind of funny because he was talking shit, she was talking shit, and it was just like really fun to instigate, and trying to make drama is kind of fun too. So I put them up like against each other just to see if they're gonna tussle, you know.
Let's get it, guys! Early in the morning.
Ashlyn is like 4'2", and I tower over her. I'm like the tilted towers from Fortnite.
Guys! Early in the morning. Get into it. What the
Yeah, so Luke beat me, which I'm not surprised by. Obviously, he's taller and what the fuck ever. But I was just built up aggression, you know? Just had to let it out somehow on his little thingy. Oh, that sounds weird.
She was a little butthurt about it, so she immediately pursued my skull and just whacked it out of the air because, you know, who wouldn't be a sore loser if it wasn't for her?
Yeah, well, Ashlyn sucked. And then Luke, okay, but Luke was kicking everywhere. He was just kicking everybody. So I don't even know about that. That may not even be fair. Because I don't even know if that was in the rules, but whatever.
Nice job, Luke.
Let's go, Luke. My bad, Ashlyn. My bad, don't look at me.
And she's trying to play it off as, oh, I didn't even know. Like, no, you knew. You knew, because everyone knows. The tension is palpable. You know, we're all aware. You can't just say, oh, I wasn't aware, because we know you're playing dumb now. And so now I'm kind of wary of Anne because she has ulterior motives that she's trying to play off, and yet she's not doing a good job at. And she's playing a different game than I thought she was playing. And so, as Nicki Minaj would say, I now have an eye out for Selena. Selena being Anne.
Can I get Andrew and Chance?
That was quite scary, if I'm being quite honest. I didn't want to face Andrew, so.
Hi, Andrew. Hello, TJ. Andrew, hey, want to dap me up? Woogie, 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 woogie. Woohoo!
Okay.
His lady first. Joana and Roman.
Joanna and Roman?
Let's get it, guys.
Let's get it poppin'.
I can't laugh. Don't make me laugh.
Okay, Tristan Abby.
Tristan Abby.
Say tricks? Freezing. That's what I'm saying. She has an advantage because she's warmer right now than I am.
Abby girl.
But you have an advantage because you're awesome.
Can I switch hands or is that later? And you had to do the thing, but you also had to fight and then keep it back. So I was trying to do a little like this. I was trying to do like this. And I was trying to do a little and then hit it off.
Beat each other's ass. Beat each other's ass.
But that was hard, and then suddenly, boom, skull fell off, and I was like, alright, I lost.
Shit. I want to be the mayor.
Come on, guys.
No kick. Oh! The kicking game.
Anne and Roman.
Okay, start it up.
Roman, I hope you lose.
Go.
Hola, Roman.
Roman, you're gonna lose.
I
think that was Roman.
Anne fucking stepped on me. Anne fucking steps on my foot, and then she just, and I'm like, do you want me to step on your foot? Because all you are is a bag of flesh and bones.
The whole challenge was really easy to me because I like being aggressive, and kicking was really fun, and kicking bitches in the face or on their hands would be really like easy for me to do.
I think Kalani and Luke. Only one hand, Luke. Oh.
Kalani, get it. Don't let him kick it. Don't let him kick it. That's what he does.
You have bigger legs.
Wow, I guess it's Ann and Tris.
Wow.
Hello, Triscuits.
Go.
What's up? What's poppin'?
What's up?
She's tricky. Don't let her get it. She'll worst pass.
You thought Triscuits?
Get it, Chris. Clash of the immigrants. So it's like last challenge, me versus Luke, and I'm like, it's the battle of the immigrants. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, I was joking around. Ready, set, go. And it landed back on his plate. It's just for the win! What deity has cursed me that I deserve this?
Oh, I won? Oh, sick.
Luke won the mayor competition. He was now the mayor. Good for him. No one cares. I don't know.
But Luke wins, and I'm like, I'm not upset because I think Luke and I are chill, but I wasn't happy because Luke and I are not that chill that he wouldn't nominate me.
No, I was like, alright, he's not gonna pick me. But good for him for winning with the kicking still. But no, I was like, there's no way. Gang.
Dude, when Luke won, I got a little scared because I know he likes to mess with me, you know, and I told you, didn't have enough cup of coffee, and I was pretty shaking in my boots, man.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Asians for the win!
So I see Joana, I peep it, I'm like, she found this thing that nobody else was supposed to find, and I was like, and it was like little gym class dots.
There's another competition and then someone can take one and go down, and they put like a replacement thing.
Perfect, find out who the snakes are.
Yeah, but then we should.
Hey, are you ready? Okay, so Luke, since you have to
So Luke just won.
Did just win?
I don't know. I feel like Tris was so close, and I almost would rather have Tris won because I just don't know if Luke is gonna do what needs to be done, if that makes sense.
I feel like Trish would be smarter with it. I think Luke is a little bit led by emotions, so...
Yeah, I am a little afraid he might try to get out some personal vendettas he has.
He's not too trustworthy on that aspect right there.
Yeah.
So Luke wins the mayor competition, and I'm honestly pretty scared. I am pretty sure that I'll be safe, but I think he's going to probably put up Ashlyn, who I'm not allied with, but I definitely don't want her gone at this point. She's caused a lot of paranoia, which is good for me. I don't think Ashlyn needs to go at this point. I think it needs to be Andrew and Chance. They need to go up on this block, and one of them needs to go.
Okay, so the biggest thing that I'm worried about is last round our target was Andrew or Chance, one of those two, and Peris ended up going home. Yeah. We have our alliance, and our alliance is like me, you, Luke, and then there's now Abby. Yeah. And then we also had that bigger one that had like Tris, Emma, and Ann. But clearly those numbers, if we all were together, things would be going right. Yeah. So something's not going right.
There's something amiss, for sure.
For sure.
We're not on the same page.
No.
We're not.
It's really easy to realize that, you know, the group that we started, you know, that we came in here with, it's just not, you know, we're not a group anymore. Everyone has their own different opinions, and everyone is siding with other people, and we're just not unanimous right now, and we're all just tiny little groups now.
I will say the thing that has alarmed me a little bit, when we were in that group, Anne was for some reason pushing Peris to go, and we were like, no, we're not going to do that. And it wasn't a big thing, but now that Peris mysteriously got votes and just got taken out, I wonder, it makes me feel like that was partly her doing, because now that is when Peris came in, if she was targeting Peris, which she says that she was, because apparently I was hearing that in the last time they played the game, Peris was kind of the reason that Anne got killed.
Yeah.
And so when Peris came in, she was kind of immediately with Jenna and Roman, and just so happens that Jenna's gone and now Peris is gone. And those are two people that really benefit Anne being gone. And twice now we've tried to take out Andrew and Chance and it's not worked. Because in that first round we were going to originally put in Andrew and Chance against each other, or we were going to take one of Andrew and Chance and put them against one of Jenna and Roman, and somehow the whole plan got changed to, oh, we were only putting in Jenna and Roman.
Which is very odd because I think we've been pretty unanimous on the fact that Chance and Andrew, either of them have to go.
Exactly. And so last time we were supposed to put them against each other again, and all of a sudden only Andrew's going in and he's going against Peris, which doesn't make sense. And so it feels like there's something going on, and I do feel like it has to be Anne. Like, what other link is there? They always follow each other around. Those three are constantly together.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I
it
feel
has to be Anne.
Anne is playing to win. Makes sense. I can respect Anne as much as I want to get rid of her. I respect Anne's gameplay. She's playing for first. But Andrew and Chance are playing for second and third. They're playing to get their heads cut off to save Anne.
Our eyes are open to Anne's gameplay, and Kalani and I kind of go off to the corner and we talk about it, and I think it became abundantly clear to us that Anne has a special spot for Chance and Andrew. So Chance and Andrew are under her protection, which is honestly a very good thing to be under right now, because Anne knows what she's doing, she knows what she's playing, and she has, you know, she kind of has advantages, and those advantages are being used on Andrew and Chance, and that is why they're coming out unscathed here, and we need to fix that. We need to fix them being under her protection, because if they're gonna be, you know, with her this whole time, we're never gonna get rid of them.
I've kind of felt like this always feeling that like I just don't fully trust Anne, and now I feel like this is just kind of like confirming it. It's like, I feel like we have the power now and we need to take a shot, but I just am afraid that he's not gonna do it because he has other people he would like to take out instead. Do you think he's gonna actually target her, or do you think he's just gonna want to put her on the block and scare her a little bit?
Knowing Luke, I feel like he would want to target her.
That's not smart. That's not smart. I really hope that he can put aside his personal opinions.
But we know Luke wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want Luke to do something. That doesn't mean he's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this plan, you know, we know this is what should happen, you know, we need to put in Chance, we need to put Andrew, we need to put Anne, and yet our only problem seems to be Luke.
Just hope that things go well, because I think we're right. I think Anne is 100% running around. I think she's running around playing both sides, and I think she's gonna win this game if no one takes a shot at her. And now we get the perfect shot to put her up against. Even if we don't put her up against each other, we can put her two minions against each other. And if she comes out at us for that and is mad at us for that, then that just shows everything.
Okay.
Let's go. So, if anybody has any words they want to speak on why I shouldn't vote for them, you're cool. Okay.
I think it's true.
I'm gay representation.
Okay, okay. I like it. I like
I'm
it.
entirely kidding.
Asian power. Okay. See, that's not gonna change my vote.
Yeah, I had a chance, right? I didn't take it. Cause I was like, I don't think he would call me out like that. And I was just like, you know, like he'll feel too awkward calling me out, right? Like it's fine.
Obviously, I have to vote.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh.
What?
What does he get because he won?
So he's choosing two people that are gonna like be like up for elimination.
He's the mayor.
You get to choose?
He's the mayor.
I didn't get to pick. What?
I have to go over my arch nemesis through all my work, through all the confessionals that I've been ranting about this person, and that is Ashlyn.
Ooh. That's rough, buddy. What the fuck was all this arch nemesis shit about? Like, does he want to explain something to me?
I feel this is
As far as I thought we were cool. And then he calls me his arch nemesis.
What the fuck?
He makes this gigantic, long, unnecessary, kind of dumb speech about Ashlyn, and he's like, I'm just gonna have to vote for my arch nemesis, Ashlyn, and she does not like that. In fact, she throws a little temper tantrum about it.
And the other person, my most trusted advisor, Andrew.
That's
All right.
Double A.
It makes me so mad.
Well, that's actually hilarious. I wasn't surprised he put Ashlyn in, obviously, because if you know me, you know. But wasn't surprised about that. And then Andrew, I mean, the guy was just mellow, I think. Very mellow. So I feel like Luke targeting him was like, what's that about?
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. I was just like, yeah.
Ashlyn and Andrew were a good choice.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
like
good.
any of them. Just wanted to put out there. I hope they hear me.
No, because I agree. Fuck Andrew.
I voted Ashlyn because a majority of the time she was just sleeping. She wasn't doing anything at all. And I didn't know who she was gonna vote for. She was just there. She was just like a piece of grass, to be honest.
It is time for the witness competition. The mayor, the accused, and 3 witnesses chosen at random will compete for the.
How you just read it like normal?
Yeah, very look. I have no clue what was just said.
It was
The only words I heard were mayor and compete.
It like did a
10 for
process.
okay.
I've heard 2 for execution.
It is time for the witness competition. The mayor, the accused, and 3 witnesses chosen at random will compete for the rune of the veto. With this rune, the winner will have their ward recognized as true, and will have the option to save one of the accused or discard it. If they use it, the mayor will have to nominate somebody else in their place. It is time to choose the witnesses.
I want to play in this veto, and I want to try to win this veto to save Ashlyn because 1, it keeps her in the game, which is great, but 2, it would also create a bond between the 2 of us because then maybe she'll trust me if I really show that I'm saving her.
If either Anne or Chance win it, they're obviously gonna take out Andrew. They're gonna use it on him, and our plan is just gonna be all the waste. So we need to win this.
Emma, I'm sorry.
Wait, this feels like the bad days, low key.
Wait, okay, so these people are going into a challenge?
Play your choice.
So you get to choose who you want.
AJ. Wait, I take it back. Wait, take it back out. Okay.
Do not throw the bag.
Wait, did you take the ball out?
He
He chose.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Wait, clients.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is this like a punishment thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it, do I want to go on this?
Well, yeah, 'cause it's like what?
And so Anne thankfully is not put into it, but Chance is. And so now in my head it's just you have to be Chance, you have to be Andrew. You know, for our plan to work, I have to do this.
We're in the challenge together. I'm so much taller than every one of these shoes. I felt bad for Ashlyn. Like, we had a little alliance. Like, I was kind of there for her. I was a little disappointed that Luke voted her in.
I'm very scared of what they were talking about.
Don't be.
Still very curious on why I'm an arch nemesis, but it's okay, guys.
We're gonna do a BBL era time.
Ashlyn, I wonder why.
Joanna. But Joanna's not.
Oh, yeah, no, but
It's between. It's okay.
he's gonna save Andrew.
I do stare at your ass.
He doesn't want Ashlyn.
Then why is he gonna say?
No, but he's just gonna save Andrew because he doesn't want Ashlyn to win.
If I would say I would be an ass. Like, look, I like her.
If he
I'm gonna look.
take someone, put someone back in because who could Luke use it all? He could put Kalani. Does he have to change it?
No.
If someone uses the veto, yes.
Oh, then he has to put it back.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, it's like
What a secret!
Win this veto,
I haven't done anything.
About to just, you know, we're life or no life.
Try your hardest, Emma.
I'm gonna try. And my girl Emma, she's chosen to play, and I tell her immediately, I'm like, you need to win it, or Luke needs to win it. Because but preferentially you, because if you win it, we can guarantee that you don't use it and that none of us go up. Because I'm scared that I will go up if, you know, someone's saved.
Tris was really like kind of on my ass about beating people, and she's like, you have to beat them, like you have to get you have to win this so that they don't vote me in. And I was like, okay, Miss Girl, like I'll do it. I can't make any promises. And she was like, you have to promise. And I was like, I literally can't make any promises. My memory sucks. Like I'm probably not gonna win.
I'm gonna use your blonde streaks.
You got this. I actually
This is
started
my
drawing
blonde brain. I was like, why do you think it's all about you? It is not all about you, babes. Like no one cares. I don't think anyone's looking out for you. But she's like, you have to, you have to save me. I was like, okay, but it's not gonna work. Like my memory is so bad.
It is time for the witness competition. To start, a random order will be drawn from a bag. When it is your turn, you would choose the person.
Guys, shut up.
When it is your turn, you would choose the person you wish to battle against and attempt to knock out of the competition. The way the competition works is a case will be opened, revealing a specific order of objects. Memorize this order, and when you are ready, click the button to close the case. This will close it for both players. From there, attempt to place the objects in the correct order on your table. The first person to do so and click the button will have their order counted. If correct, their opponent will be eliminated from the competition. If incorrect, it is they who will be eliminated from the competition. This will continue until only one person remains to obey the rune of the veto. Up to you.
So first up is Andrew. So Andrew, who are you gonna go against? Who are you gonna challenge?
Oh, true. You know.
But you don't want to pick your ally.
Yeah, Joanna.
Oh fuck, I can't get it.
Where'd it go?
It doesn't have to be the same exact color. Oh, by the way. Oh, we have to click it?
Oh, get it, Joanna!
I didn't know we had to click it!
Yeah!
I didn't know we had to click it. Andrew, you are now eliminated. You can head on inside.
Get out of here. I love you.
Let's see who will be picked next. Okay. Emma, choose your opponent.
Hi.
Let me think about it, okay? Let me think. She's like, don't be mad. I want you to do that.
Oh man.
Let's go.
I want to face you, Emma.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, you can change your mind, Emma.
I'm sorry. So the memory competition, I went against Ashlyn first.
Oh wait, no, you have to click the button before you start grabbing stuff.
I had zero confidence in myself, and I mostly thought, I was like, yeah, this isn't right, none of it's right.
I'm just gonna die. I'm okay with it.
Don't be okay with it. Don't be
I
okay
don't
with
fucking
it.
know.
You are correct.
How did I even do that? But I got the one against Ashlyn right, so I beat her out.
That's my baby.
Ashlyn, go and head inside.
I tried my best.
Joanna!
I fucking hate you.
Emma.
No!
Poor Chad.
No, wait, stop.
Oh, let's go, Ema.
Where?
Let's go, Ema. Ema, let's go, Ema.
Emma has buzzed in. Joanna?
What? If I get it wrong, do we go again, or am I out? Well, I know I'm wrong.
No,
You are
Ema, you're
incorrect.
not.
You're incorrect. So Joanna stays in the game.
Are you
Emma,
fucking serious?
head inside.
Are you fucking serious? She has ball right. Excuse me.
Okay.
She still lost. Flop.
And lo and behold, I didn't win. I lost against Joanna, and she was so disappointed in me. She was like, "It's fine, like we'll do it." And I was like, "Why do you care so much?" Like, I was like, why are you?
Luke, Who are you gonna challenge?
I should take a chance.
Okay.
Finally, I got memorization game. Again, easy piece of cake. You can see me from season 2, the dice game. I was a killer. Again, this is practically the same thing.
Get set, go. Okay.
Chance, be good. Be great. Be whoever you want to be.
Bring it, King.
Chance has buzzed in.
Bring it, King.
He's wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Not the cackle. Okay. Are you ready to see?
I think I'm wrong, yeah.
There are 2 plates on top of each other.
Well,
Chance, you're eliminated.
It's the wrong
No, he only
order.
has 1.
But then I had to go up against Joanna. Then again, I didn't really care who won at that point because, you know, dang.
I don't want Luke to win because he is being led by his heart right now. You know, his emotions are stronger than what should be done. You know, there's something that should be done, and yet there's something that he wants to do, and I don't want him to ruin this for us.
Okay, are you guys ready? Get set.
Where's the goal? What? Are you mad? Nah, before you see it, I give up.
That is correct. So Luke, you're out. Joanna, you have won.
Thank you.
Joanna, you have won the Golden Power Veto.
Slay.
There you go. You now can make any changes to nominations. Okay, let's go in.
I won the veto. I did it. I think I honestly excelled at the challenge. Everyone else was kind of crummy at it, but I won, and I finally have all this power in my hands, and I know that this is a good thing for us, and I'm gonna make good use of it.
Joanna won the whole thing. She could veto if she wanted to. And I think this is when I started getting a little worried that Tris was right and that they might put her in because I think out of everyone who wasn't in Joanna, Abby, Luke's little alliance, I think Tris was probably going to be their biggest target.
Yeah, but let's
you can break off and talk to me. You can like try to get her to use it on you and stuff.
So when you guys
So we split off into our groups. It got kind of weird, a little chaotic, a little crazy, but
They just started going away from me, and like I said earlier, like I trusted them so much, and they just kind of started leaving me out, and I was like, no, that's not how this works, honey bunchkins. We're in a group.
Someone call. You don't think so?
I like the socks.
I like your socks.
So automatically, as soon as I win this, I know what needs to be done. I need to use this veto on Ashlyn, so we can get rid of Ashlyn, and we can put in either Anne or Chance, so our original plan, you know, can be in motion. You know, we need to have this duo against each other. That is what needs to be done. Come over here, guys. Where's Kalani going?
I don't know.
Clearly, I'm in.
Anyway, yeah. So who should I vote for? Because I don't really have an opinion.
Oh my god, Papa's
Wow.
I know she.
I really thought Kalani was like the Alexis.
Yeah, and yet he's not here.
You thought. Oh, you think it's gonna be Kalani, bro? Get this.
Kind of like Two-Face, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because where are you at?
So
Do we think Joanna's gonna use it?
we can put it on Abby because she's gonna use it on her.
Abby? What?
Yeah, because don't
No.
we wanna?
The veto can only be used on Andrew or Ashlyn.
Yeah.
If it's not used, the vote is between Andrew and Ashlyn.
And if it is used, then Luke decides who else it's between.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they were smart enough to pull a backdoor on anyone, but I was still kind of worried because shit, what if they are?
Yeah.
who-
So
Yeah.
we don't have we can only vote for the 2 people who are on the block at the end, who are nominated at the end, and they just die. There's no
So
challenge.
who do you assume is gonna be
Right
the
now,
flop?
we can only vote for either Andrew or Ashlyn.
We can vote for Andrew and then they're gonna use it on Andrew. No, that's really dumb.
That's not how it works.
That's really dumb.
That is me, I die.
No, like,
don't do it
the
on
votes
Ashlyn.
are after. Unless there's an idol, I think, there's nothing that can save whoever's voted. It's gonna be majority vote.
I love Ashlyn, but she hasn't been putting her everything into it, and Andrew's been doing he's been
Yeah.
doing the work.
If they aren't gonna fully commit themselves to the game, then like they've gotta go.
I heart Andrew.
And
I really
Andrew
thought that she's
too.
not putting her everything.
And I really
Is she putting anything
she's
at all?
been very shifty, and she hasn't been with one
being
single
shifty.
group. She's kind of been on her own. I really don't trust her. So if we have to vote between them, I wouldn't she's not my first choice out of everyone, 100%, because I love her, but I don't trust her.
If she's not going to be fully committed to like our teams and our alliances, then she's gotta go.
Yeah, just we take action out the voting thing.
Nah, but she's bathtub girl though.
Bathtub.
Yeah, but she was in the bathroom.
There's no bathtub in the bathroom.
Shut up.
Ashlyn, we're talking shit.
I was about to say like, oh my god, we should go downstairs and see if Luke won't use the veto.
Do we-
Joanna's not gonna use the veto. Yeah.
Do we think Joanna's gonna use it?
I'm gonna.
I honestly don't know.
Wait,
I'm gonna check.
I'll go with it.
No, okay.
I'm confused. What's the veto? What's happening?
So basically, if Joanna can choose to veto either, she can change Andrew or she can change Ashlyn's place in the vote. So she can take one of them out, but if she takes one of them out, Luke gets to vote a different person in.
She's definitely not
We
gonna
can
take me out though.
Ashlyn. Take Ashlyn.
No, I don't think so. I feel like she's not gonna take anyone out unless there's someone she really doesn't
I
like.
feel like she wouldn't use it unless it's like Luke.
Yeah.
No,
Or Abby.
Luke or Abby.
Oh, you think you can just come
so
back
now
and
you can
start
just come
talking
back.
about it? Yeah, interesting.
I see where the loyalties lie.
Okay. They're trying to figure out what we're about.
No.
Oh, you're trying for them?
Do you guys?
We don't have any
guys want
power
us to be
really.
honest?
Luke was-
Yes, please.
Oh, they're fuck. Oh, hold on. That was honesty.
He is not. He lost the first round. To me.
Yeah, he did beat Peris.
Badly.
Yeah.
That's what concerns me.
I'm so excited.
She's weak.
Oh,
Get her
you
later.
hear that?
We can
So immediately I'm like, I want to keep Ashlyn. Is she the most useful? No. Is she the brightest? Also no. Is she my best ally? No. But she's better than Andrew, I felt like at the time. Like, Andrew was just there. And he made his little jokes with Chance, which again, Andrew and Chance like this. I want them separated. I don't want them together.
That's actually how it is. Yeah, no, okay, so really.
That's what I think.
Did you hear that?
Also,
No, I didn't, to be honest.
See, snakes.
because if we like keep them, they have a big group up there. You know what I mean?
You
And
just destroy them little by little.
exactly, and it's like because yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
what's the chance
just
we do
smart.
that, Andrew?
We need to put a stop to that alliance as soon as possible because those three are going to steamroll this entire game if we don't stop them.
I don't think I should die.
if you did.
It would be pretty comical.
It'd be quite a little prank.
Does anyone in this room like just to get it out there? Does anyone want to vote for Andrew?
No.
I think it'd be funny if I did.
I love Andrew.
That'd be quite the prank.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, I feel like you've been doing work.
You're my baby. We had to vote at the week, and Andrew wasn't gonna go because he's my little baby.
Is this
You don't really have loyalty to either Ashlyn or Andrew, really.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
But which one?
Two of my like
Friends are already
better people get dead.
Yeah, the closer.
Wait, which one would you vote for, Ashlyn or Andrew?
I think it would be funny if I voted for Andrew.
Oh no.
Are you planning on voting for him? Like, I'm not gonna stop.
I don't
you, but I
know.
just wanna know.
I don't know. It depends on what happens when I get there.
So I mean, you guys know, like you know, because I don't feel like she's been doing enough.
Me too.
I don't
And,
either.
Yeah, and I feel like the other girls gonna vote for her too.
I don't.
It's
I don't
just
know.
it's just the
I
same
think it'd
thing.
be funny if we all voted for Ashlyn and then there was like one Andrew.
Right now, it's like it's the same. Like we know everyone's gonna vote for him. We don't have to worry about anything else.
I think it would be funny.
The only thing that we do have to worry about is if Joanna decides to use the veto, which I feel like she doesn't like me. I'm weird, like I feel like she doesn't like me.
I don't know how Joanna feels.
And I've wanted to like ally with her this whole time.
Well, she might.
And then whenever we get near
Andrew, and then we get Anne chances done.
So then are you going to use the veto, or are you going to keep the 2 nominations the same?
But if I keep them, if I keep it, they're gonna want to vote Ashlyn.
Yeah.
And she's gonna go out for sure.
And so if you used it on, if you would use it on her, who would you put up against Andrew then?
Me, nobody's gonna vote for me.
I don't want to vote like anyone else.
You don't vote because you're like you don't vote. You only just
Ashlyn's gonna go out and Andrew's gonna stay in.
yeah, and then they're just gonna steamroll.
No,
you guys.
because I feel like they'll definitely vote for Andrew. That's the thing.
You think they
No, they
Ashlyn's not
they
even
aren't.
with them right now.
They
They're
are?
gonna vote for Ashlyn.
I thought for sure Andrew was gonna get out of
That's what I thought too, but I don't think that's
No,
gonna happen.
Anne likes them too much, and they like Anne too much.
Andrew didn't like it.
Really?
Did you see how like she literally like grabbed both of them to go like?
Yeah, but guess who
Bro,
got
if you don't
voted?
take out
But
Ashlyn, put Chance in.
look who got voted out the last time. However, she was quite radical and she was quite tyrannical this time.
I have a chance, and I'm really hoping someone just sees that I have potential in this game to be a good ally. I don't necessarily think I will win, but I'm a good ally and I can get someone there, and I hope they realize that.
If she does use it, Luke will probably talk her into using it to put CJ in.
I didn't even think about
She
that.
could use it to get CJ in, and then
Because
one of
it'd be a
us will
fun
get
little thing, like they did with
Well,
me
I'm
and
gonna
Jenna.
be like plain and clear right now. I'm not voting for CJ.
Yeah.
So.
I'll
But
sacrifice myself for
I
CJ.
don't
I think it'd be
want to
funny
vote
if
for
you
you.
did.
If it's between me and CJ, I'm sacrificing myself.
Andrew had like 6 votes.
Yeah, but that's why I think people want to like, oh, we can get him on our side. And they are dead set after her. Like they want you gone so bad.
Really? What did you do?
Because she's a winner. That's why they want her.
Because they're losers. Hey, I voted for you once. Have I voted for you since?
I think you voted for me twice.
No!
So.
No, it was you, and then wait, we only voted how many times last time?
Twice.
Yeah, it was only you the one time.
I felt calc. I don't know about.
We know.
And then we talked about it, and then we laughed, and then we made up.
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say made out, and I was like, I don't remember that scene.
Also,
Well, we have all these
wait,
people not wanting to rent out, so we're fine.
this is also another reason that I think we should take them out. And when they were up there, they were because they didn't understand how the veto worked, and they thought they wanted the veto to get used. They wanted to get rid of Abby. Like they were saying, oh, let's vote Abby out. Let's vote Abby
Who
out.
said that?
We can put on Abby.
Who said that?
But here, you can vouch for me.
But I,
Who said
I'm
that?
not gonna lie, I kind of don't trust Kalani though.
Why?
If you say with your chest, who said that?
That's what I'm saying. So why are you telling us this? But aren't you like
Kalani, are you? We're voting on Kalani. We're voting on Kalani. Take out Kalani and put in Kalani. Kalani.
I think if he
He doesn't get Ashlyn so much.
No,
so.
but I feel like if he chooses, I don't think he's gonna put you in because against you two, I don't think there's a possibility, but he like hates Ashlyn so much that I think if he was to take anyone out, it would be Andrew and put someone else in. But or like
It would,
yeah.
it would take out Andrew to put Ashlyn in. Is the thing.
Joanna
only Ashlyn.
Because if oh Jesus Christ, if Luke's gonna talk to Joanna about it, he's gonna make sure that she doesn't take out Ashlyn. So I feel like either way, I think
I like the
Andrew's
sprinkles on your eyes.
fine.
My plan up until that point and going along is to make alliances, kind of stay back in the shadows, like sort of run with the crowd.
I feel like everyone's just gonna, okay. This is useless.
Sorry.
We're just talking. I'm voting for Ashlyn. I don't know about this song. Okay. But you two are voting for her, obviously.
Yeah, because
Roman.
I probably will. I am a follower.
But
I am.
it just
I
depends
am
on
a
depends
shit.
on depends on
Assuming you
I am
go
a
way
silly
back.
little guy.
he's like, come on, come on.
Oh.
Come on, come on.
We'll be back, guys.
Go in the room. Go in the room. Go in
What the?
I think Joanna's coming. I was down there and she said, we'll be back, guys. So I ran up the fucking steps.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way.
We were trying to get Ashlyn to come out of it to put Anne in because Anne was kind of having everybody, even though Anne's gang, but like at some point gang is gotta get him out still. My bad. But trying to get Anne in it to go against Andrew to try to take down Anne because she was running the show too much.
It's so weak.
So I think I'm actually putting
You have to put it on.
No, you put them because you're the mayor. I just veto them out.
Ah, she's
Yeah. Are you cool with that?
Because then I might as well just vote Chance in.
Is there, can we come film me and Anne and Tris? Here, we got a camera.
Yeah, but I
Yo,
feel like we can get her out. Like, it's just me. I feel like we can get him out.
No, and then we can see who the royalties lie more with. Roman or
And so I'm honestly kind of confused as to why he's straying away from the plan, why he's straying away from the group, because we've been known that he's not strong on his own, you know? He's kind of made it this far because he's with us. If we think back to last game, who won and who literally didn't even make it that far? The motherfucker lost because he couldn't drink pickle juice, okay? And now he thinks that he can make these big decisions. He thinks that he can do this all on his own. He's wrong.
not anytime soon. Yeah. Because it does scare me because he's very strong. I know, but he's really dumb. Physically, he's strong, but
I was saying that it might not be a good idea to put on Ashlyn right now because Andrew's very strong. Yes. And he, like, Ashlyn able to put her in the challenges 9 times out of 10 she's the statistics aren't as good for Andrew.
I feel like Andrew is like, he's gonna stick with us.
That's what I felt too.
And they were both sort of like whispering in my ear, telling me like, oh, you should vote for him. No, you should vote for her. And it was I was getting a little like irritated. I was like, guys, let me think, please. Let me sit here and think about my decision.
We've seen that Andrew is strong physically. You know, we've seen that he can win challenges. And, you know, that's not something we want. Like, Ashlyn is weak, brittle bone. We can get rid of her at any time we want.
Because
I'm 100% right now. I don't trust them.
yeah. So I feel that's why I said. That's why I said.
Tell me just don't come around.
But like it's because she's coming in.
I think the people that were voted in the past, I do believe there was a reason. None of them, especially to me, like they were kind of like floaters. They weren't really loyal to any specific group. Whatever.
Yes. Okay. Personally, I think we should put Chance answering just because I think it's fun. It's like, oh, who are you gonna vote now?
No.
Oh.
Like, if we do Roman and Sandra, we can see who they like better. Who their
true.
loyalties lie with more.
Do that. Yes, do that. I agree with Joanna. Luke, you're supposed to be gang. You're supposed to go with what we say no matter what. The butt? Come on.
Luke.
You have to do what you have to do.
I swear, if you switch up.
That's what I was saying. Ima.
Wait, what would you vote for? Just like see, I'm fine with that, but like,
What? Luke already had beef with her, so it's like easy. And Luke can be really persuasive of like people. So I told Luke, I was like, Luke, let's just vote at Ashlyn. And then he's like, okay. And then we just voted out that bitch.
So this vote is so scary. I am rallying hard to keep Ashlyn because there is very clearly a cult in this group. It is literally like the Anne Kingdom with her little squires, Andrew and Chance following right behind, like picking up the little pieces of fabric that she drops behind. They're like sweeping the floors in front of her. They're like, oh, come Queen Anne, come Queen Anne. It's like, play your own game.
I'm actually like so cross, bro. I'm actually like so stuck, bro.
Why? You're the one that
Joanna. We're gonna take out Ashlyn. Luke's playing a Roman.
Yeah. Okay, fine. That's fine.
Wait, she said Luke's getting.
You switch up Luke.
Well, who else am I gonna switch on?
Oh, he's talking about switching up. I was like,
Can I read the everybody sits? So you guys are
And he says that if I take out Ashlyn, he's gonna put in Tris. And so, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb, and I know that him bringing up Tris is a threat. It's a threat. That's what it is. And I make a little mark of it. You know, okay, if you want to play it like this, we'll play it like this. Okay. Yeah, you sacrificed yourself for me last game. Yeah, we've been allies up to this point. But you talking to me like that isn't gonna cut it, and I'm aware of this, and I'm gonna keep that in mind next time anything goes awry and you're part of it.
I was praying that they did not take down Ashlyn. Mainly because I just wanted her gone. I wanted Andrew and Ashlyn gone, to be honest.
I just thought Andrew was not contributing garbage. Like, he couldn't contribute dirt if he wanted to. And I felt like I was so loyal to my group that I was a good ally, and I felt like I wasn't necessarily playing the field, but I was just someone that, like, you could talk strategy with me too, and I would listen to you, and I would probably honestly go to your side.
Enemies, apparently, I'm enemies of other people. But other than that, you know, broke their heart. Oh no.
I'm gonna go ask them if they're
Now they
gonna
want to kill me. This ain't nothing more.
He's threatening me and says that if I choose Ashlyn, he's gonna put it Tris. I think this power that he has temporarily is getting to his head, and once it's stripped away from him, he's gonna open his eyes and see that he was in the wrong.
I'm talking with Joanna. I'm like, I think it needs to be Andrew and Chance, and she's agreeing with me. She's saying, I think it's smart to keep Ashlyn. She's a number for us. Andrew and Chance are clearly not. They are trying to get rid of us, and I think Joanna understands that this is a move that needs to be done. Luke, however, can't seem to get it through his brain. He, like, is just all on this about how it needs to be Ashlyn and Andrew. It needs to be Ashlyn and Andrew in the block. And he even threatens us if we use the veto to save Ashlyn that he'd put up someone else that we don't want, like Tris.
So, do you think you're gonna listen to him? Or, like, because even if we use the veto, I feel like you're too close to him. I don't think even if he puts up Tris, like, that's obviously horrible, right? But I don't know that that's going, like, I think that you're fine either way. Like, he's not gonna go against you.
And I wish I could think like that, but honestly, this Luke is so hard to read, and I know we're allies. I know that, but his emotions are just really outweighing a lot right now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's so frustrating that he's threatening to put up Tris. It's like, why would he? It's like, why is he threatening to put up someone who's very clearly on his side just to get rid of a petty, like, matter that he has? It's like he's putting, like, petty reasons above.
He's putting everything at risk, honestly.
Literally, it's like we have the chance to make a big move, and if we leave Ashlyn out there, I don't know that she's the vote to say. If I had to choose between Tris and Ashlyn going home, I would say I think Ashlyn going home is probably better for us. But I would, if I were you, I know it's like you don't want to go against him, but I feel like if you use the veto on Ashlyn, Tris, maybe he's even bluffing. Maybe he won't even actually put her up. I mean, put her up. But even if he does, I feel like we have the votes to keep Tris, whereas I don't think we have the votes to keep Ashlyn. Like, I feel like Emma's wavering between them, but I think if it was Tris, she would 100% keep Tris. And I think Abby's also wavering, but I think if Tris goes up, she's 100% gonna keep Tris. That's how I feel like if you put her Tris, I just feel like, I personally think that we need to take a shot now, because if we don't take this shot, then we're, like, done.
I wish I could, like, do it. I want to. I don't know.
It's so frustrating. I'm so mad at him right now. It's like he could have. Either way, I don't care that he wants Ashlyn and I'm not voting her out. I think that she's better for our game than Andrew is. Like, I think Andrew needs to go. I don't trust him. I think that, yeah, that's just how I think.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I guess, do you know what you're gonna do? Or is it just gonna be a thing, it's like in the moment, you're gonna have the answer?
Knowing me, it's gonna be the moment. I can't predict what's going to go down, and it can't be just like preset. It's just whatever happens, happens. Honestly.
Okay. Okay. I just have to put all of my hopes into everyone else and just see what's gonna happen, because at this point it's like I don't have I cannot keep going and putting myself in danger to try to save Ashlyn at this point. If she's not gonna fight for herself, I can't fight for her, and so I just have to be okay with whatever happens.
And so now Luke has put me in this predicament, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, because he's ultimately told me that I have no real choice in this. While it looks like I have power with this veto, he just straight up said that I don't. And so either way, whatever I do, it's gonna go in the way that he wants it to go to. And so now I'm kind of stuck, like, am I gonna put Tristan? Am I gonna put Ashlyn? And I'm just so confused as to what I'm gonna do, because I don't know like what benefits there are and what outweighs what, and I'm just confused at this point. Now time for the witness ceremony. I have won the rune of the veto, and with this power I may remove one of the nominees from off the block, forcing the mayor to nominate somebody else. I also may discard it and leave the two nominees the same. Before I make my decision, I will give both nominees a chance to tell me why I should use the veto on them. You may proceed.
I think you should use the veto on me because I'm very not, I would like to think I'm very middle ground. I don't really have like strict alliances, which means excuse me?
Go ahead, no, please.
You know, like I didn't go off and I did talk to people, I didn't shit talk. I stayed right here and I let you guys talk, you know? I'm very much.
Oh my god.
What did you say? What did she say?
Oh
she said so you're
Ashlyn,
useless.
love you again.
Not more useless.
Oh my god.
No, but I think I am a valuable player, and I think I deserve a much longer time living.
And that's fair.
Than someone who has not contributed anything to the game. Anyways,
Andrew?
I think that I've stayed quite loyal and I haven't backstabbed anybody really, and like I feel like she just hasn't really contributed her all, and I've been putting in the work, putting in the hours. I think.
what work have you put in?
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know.
Oh, those Christmas presents. Yeah.
What work? That you stole from her.
It was a misunderstanding.
No, you straight up stole them.
You stole what,
That's
though?
in the past.
No, it was literally like what, hours ago?
It's in the past.
No.
I'm a newbie.
I don't think you should forget that. He stole them. Don't forget that. And he took it from you
New game,
fair
newbie.
and not square.
It's a new Saturday.
New Saturday, new me.
Guys, it was like 30 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
True, yeah. A new game, new me.
I've changed outfits and it's been 30 minutes. Huh?
Yeah. The magic of the house.
So did
our conversation to shit hours.
Oh.
Okay,
Because I
now,
realized they're not.
Also, let's not let your alliances, who apparently I'm arch nemesis with his words, don't let him influence you. He's just talking out his ass.
That's not making me want to keep
It's actually helping her for
I love Ashlyn, I love
get-
you, but I think you need to learn when to stop talking.
I'll get you Duncan. Do you have some Dunkin'? I'll get all of your lines.
She's bribing. Bribery. Okay, what kind of Dunkin'? Criminal. Because
Whatever Dunkin' you want.
I want the whole Dunkin'.
I have decided.
Oh, it's in my earring.
It's an Olympic medal.
Oh. You okay? I got it.
Oh, my diamond earring.
I have decided that I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah! What's up?
That means that
Viewing moments.
Ah, see, I see.
Oh my god, you look so
So either way,
My heart just like broke.
Like I'm about to lose.
You're gonna get that nice coffee on your like that's just the flavor I like, please.
And I told Luke straight up, I said that if he was not giving me a choice on using the veto on Ashlyn, then sure, I'm not gonna use a veto on her, but I'm gonna vote out Andrew, you know? I'm not gonna switch up my plan just for him and make it go the way that he wants it to go. I'm voting out Andrew, and he's aware of that. And, you know, whether he likes it or not, it's gonna happen.
That's amazing. Because
yes, baby girl.
and it'll be nice though, because then if she puts, it's better to tip in cash. I will say, you should always tip in cash. I was going
Kalani,
to
get no cash. Oh.
Then you have to type in like your percent of how much like you're claiming, and if they don't, if you don't do like credit card tips, then they don't, it doesn't go into the system. I know, I used to be able to.
Mine too. Oh my god.
Where do you have barbecue back there?
My
Oh my god, the barbecue back.
my dad somewhere.
It's like a weighted blanket. Oh, I'm blind.
I'm laughing at
I don't know.
Little mouse.
Oh, ants.
Little mouse. I know.
Yes, they will.
What's that?
So when I'm up in that room, Anne throws Abby's name out, and so I tell Abby that, and Abby says, yeah, well, I feel bad for Andrew, so I don't want to vote him out. It's like, what? What do you mean you feel bad for him? His, like, person that he bows down to and kisses the toes of wants you out. Like, do you realize that he's gonna vote you out? Like, you are just, like, Andrew is just Anne's dagger. He's just Anne's weapon to get rid of every single one of us, and hint, hint, she said you, so you're gonna be used, you're gonna be at the other end of that dagger pretty soon, sooner rather than later. So if you don't take out Andrew, Andrew's gonna be the one stabbing you in the fucking...
Okay, so here's the thing. Everybody wanted me to vote Andrew out, but still, he's mellow, don't get me wrong, but I was still like, he doesn't deserve to lose, like he's just too nice, like just too, he's not like problematic, so unproblematic, it's like, what is the point of killing him so early? Ashlyn, I feel like ended up would have been more problematic, even though I super felt bad too. This was a hard thing, but it's like, Andrew was gonna kill him, it felt so wrong. You know what I mean? I had to go with my gut. I had to go with the gut.
Out of nowhere, Abby started talking about how, oh, she doesn't think it's fair, you know, he's so innocent, he's so adorable, blah, blah, blah. No, Andrew's a bitch, and Andrew needs to fucking go right now. And I'll give Abby the benefit of the doubt. She wasn't here to see his little fucking cunt ways, but they're there. And I can't afford for him to do them all over again, you know? I don't want that.
That's not the kid with Kalani.
I forgot we had this.
Guys, can we take a picture for Addie? Hi, Addie.
And he's my baby.
You hate him? Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're a grandma.
What happened?
Oh no, we don't actually.
Dangerous. You have a lot of alliances. I don't know why these people want her out. She has no one. I think people are making really stupid mistakes if they don't vote for you.
Ashlyn, it's getting really hard to defend you. I'm trying. Please step up.
been casted, and the votes are the following. Andrew.
Handwriting is better than that.
Ashlyn. Andrew.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Ashlyn. 2 votes Andrew, 2 votes Ashlyn. Andrew.
Your handwriting's bad, I can't tell. My bad. Your handwriting's bad, I can't tell. My bad.
Ashlyn.
Better than.
Oh my god, I don't know. I'm thinking back to middle school. What?
Andrew.
My baby!
Hey, we're and last name Money, aka Ashlyn.
I'm so originally gonna vote for Ashlyn because I don't think she's been putting in the work, but Jess made a good point that she's kind of gonna be like easy to like keep along the way and then take out because she's really like not trying that hard. But I like Andrew. He's he's been really loyal.
So there will be a revote between Andrew and Ashlyn.
I make a deal with Ashlyn that if it ties, I will absolutely switch my vote for Andrew. Because if I have a chance to get Andrew's ass out of here, absolutely.
I'm sticking with my vote. I'm praying that somebody flips. Oh, please. Because I don't think it's going to be.
For real this time. We've had enough. I changed my vote.
So,
like a falling noise.
The vote has been casted, and the votes are the following. Andrew. 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 That is 3 votes, Andrew. Ashlyn. Ashlyn. 2 votes, Ashlyn. However, Ashlyn. Andrew. And lastly, Ashlyn.
So we're tying again.
Suddenly, it is my executive power to eliminate someone, sadly, from this challenge. And unfortunately, Andrew, I have to vote Ashlyn.
Did you perfectly set it up so that would be a
I am a little angry! And this is when Ashlyn's tantrum before was nothing compared to this one. It was just, it was like a little bit of rain. This was the real thunderstorm. Like, Ashlyn went the fuck off. Like, don't know what got into her in the moment, but she really came for me.
You got me.
I thought I was going back her, and then you guys were like,
Ashlyn, I love you. You were just
yeah, sure! We're into the game! I am into the game!
So I made a deal with Roman to flip-flop for me. And then Emma had to literally flip on me as well. So, thanks.
I did, like whenever she was talking to me about it, or like she was yelling at me, I was like, I started to feel a little bad. I was like, ugh, like I don't want her to leave. Like I felt close to her, and I felt like we had an allyship at one point, but like I said, she's been a little shady, and
in the end, it's like, it's not like, oh, like I trusted you, like I loved you, like that's not what is gonna get me to the end. It's going to be choosing my partners wisely and choosing people who I trust wisely. And I didn't trust her at that point. She was being crazy, like she was a little off her rocker. So I'm glad I didn't end up trusting her.
I
didn't vote for you. I just don't have like 100% loyalty because you haven't been 100% loyal to us.
Why have I not been loyal to you?
You don't like follow us when we leave.
I love talking to you. This game's amazing. I thought you guys had my back, so I was okay. I trusted you guys. I'm sorry. The guy who voted me out won't even talk to me. Like. Stupid! No! I'm actually gonna walk out! It's fucking bullshit!
Unfortunately, you spent more time sleeping on the shoot than being active on the shoot.
Excuse me?
God.
Oh my god. That's what you're gonna say to me? After how many years? Yeah! I called you out because you won't even talk to me! So you know what? Fuck you! So, not my proudest moment. Built up anger. But you know what? What I said was true. If you're watching this, I don't know. We had a lot of stuff happen in our past, and after that, I just was so done with his shit. And I just needed to let him know that and let everyone else know that.
She still got feelings for me. That's good.
Stop fucking talking! God damn it! Stop fucking talking! Yeah, everyone tried to drag me out, and I was just like, no, like I am leaving on my own terms. I'm done. Like I walked out of there, and I was not gonna walk back in. And now she's like outside, freezing to death, dead. Ice cold bed.
That was the craziest experience ever to watch. It was so dramatic, and because if you know, you know. If you know, you know. That was no drama. That was not even about him killing her. That was something deep. She just brought out something that didn't even have to do with what we were doing. That was a whole different damn thing. She pulled out something that she'd been trying to get off her chest for a long ass time. So that just blew my mind. I was just sitting there like, oh girl, I've been good for the cameras. For the cameras.
It's just like there is a point where you just shut the fuck up, and Luke doesn't know that skill. Luke decided to say a little something else as she was walking away, which once again I wish they would both shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna lie, like they were being obnoxious. Luke especially, like he just needed to stop. He really just needed to stop. There's no reason to start that much, but so he said something to set her up, and she turned around and she went off on him. She was like, fuck you. And I was like, guys, please grow up. Like, there's no, it wasn't necessary. It was annoying, and I was glad to move on from that. I was kind of glad to get her out at that point, especially after her tantrum, because I was like, okay, good. We won't have to deal with that bullshit anymore.
I did the right thing. I really did the right thing. I think Ashlyn, you know, although she was quiet the entire time, she needs to shut up. She's being way too loud. Where was this passion? Where was this energy from before? All of a sudden she erupts and she's like, blah, 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 blah.